Welcome back to another episode of the Women's Health Community Podcast. I am back with another amazing guest who is literally sitting across from me looking like a little ray of yellow sunshine. So we have Charlotte Mckinnon with me. Thank you so much for spending our Wednesday afternoon. We're about to yap away and I'm sure it's going to be an incredible conversation.
Yay, thank you
for
having me.
Podcast starts every single time the same, except the fourth question will be different for every single guest.
Okay.
What is one non-negotiable in your day every single day?
Oh my God, my life is a non-negotiable. So I'm in prep for bodybuilding. So gym, steps, water, macros, work. Like, oh my God, I could talk about this for hours already. But like, basically my life is built around my non-negotiables. So,
Yep. Standard answer. I mean, prep finished for me 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Sad reacts, but like totally can understand that.
Yeah.
So what did you want to be when you were growing up?
Oh my God, I wanted to be so many things, but I vividly remember, I love that this just came up into my head, in grade 5 when we started learning about like space, I wanted to like work at NASA for a bit there, and then I got into music and I always wanted to be like a musician. So
okay.
Like, they were kind of like the two avenues. I was like, work with NASA or be a musician.
So different.
Nothing I'm doing now.
Nothing you're doing now. Hey, I saw you playing your guitar though last night by your new TV fireplace. So I'm like, musician, not NASA.
Yeah.
What is your death row meal? This is a difficult question to ask someone in prep. Look.
Oh my God.
Well, what is it?
You know
Go
what's
on.
so funny is there are so many things, but I feel like in prep, all I'm craving right now is a toasty. Like a ham and cheese. And I could probably make one, to be fair. But no, death row meal would have to be, again, the first thing that comes to mind is my mum's ravioli recipe.
Okay.
I can make it myself and it tastes lit, but there's just something about homemade pasta that hits different.
But like specifically made by your mum?
Well, I can make the exact same recipe, so it doesn't really, love you, mum, but...
Love you, mum, but don't actually need you.
But don't need you anymore, thanks for that. You raised me well. No, there's so many things. I just love food. I'm such a foodie.
Yeah.
Maybe yochi in there as well.
I'm going for taking my mum, because my mum came on this trip with me. I'm taking my mum to Yochi for the first time tonight.
Oh my God, stop it.
So we're having noodle for dinner, and then I'm taking her to Yochi. She's never had either, and I'm so ready to pop this cherry of hers. It is going to be incredible.
I need like a full review of that. Like,
I'm going to document it.
The pistachio puppy route as well. Like,
oh, I've never tried pistachio puppy.
Bro.
Okay.
It's
We're going
good.
up. All right. This is a really interesting question, and it's literally popped into my brain. I never plan the fourth question because I'm like, it needs to just happen. If you could go back to any era of time and live in there, what era would you pick?
So random.
You know, probably not what you ever expected me to ask you.
I'm such like not a history person. So when it comes to timelines, I'm really shit with that. But there's something about, context. Did you ever watch like Outlander?
Nope.
Oh, it's just
no
these
idea.
like sexy Scottish. Anyway, it's just like not for the women's rights reasons, but like the really cool like even like Bridgerton vibes.
Okay.
You know, like put me in a corset, put me in a dress. Doesn't seem very comfortable, but I like the idea of like getting dolled up and like being courted on, you know, like that.
Yeah, just
that
being
kind
super
of-
femme and dainty because I'm not that in real life. I'm like, rah!
Me in trackies right now.
Yeah, like slick
women's
hair,
rights.
no makeup, grungy looking messy gal. And I'm like, totally get it. And you just want to be like that really dainty femme, like petite little gal because it's not me.
Take me to a ball. Like...
I totally can relate to that.
Yeah,
so yeah, okay, that's a really good answer. I would have said like the dinosaur era.
So random.
Like I want to see a dinosaur.
You know what? Valid though, but also
Like-
terrifying. Like,
Jurassic Park,
Stop,
scary.
drop, roll? Don't think so. Like,
That's so funny. All right, so for those who don't know you, you are currently all over everyone's Instagram feeds, whether they can tell who you are by your voice or not. Hopefully you are watching this on YouTube. You are currently over everyone's TikTok feeds, Instagram suggested reels, Instagram suggested posts. That's you.
thank you.
So
cool. Yeah.
let everyone know a little bit about what it is that you do specifically, because I am not super on top of this world, and obviously a lot of the people I speak to are coaches.
Yeah.
Whilst you are a coach in your own field,
Yeah.
I would love to know a little bit about specifically what it is you do.
I do so many things. Umbrella term, I say I'm a content creator.
Yep.
Because there are just so many avenues that I go down. So I'm just going to do like a list situation. It's probably the easiest way
Roll
to do
them
it.
off.
So firstly started off as a UGC creator, which stands for user generated content. For those that don't know what it is, it's basically when you're creating a piece of content for a brand to use for their marketing purposes. So if I was to sell a water bottle,
Reviews and things
Pump
like
would
that.
send me
Yeah.
the water bottle, I'd give them the content, they would pay me for it. Then I am also now an influencer, so work with a few brands. I'm an athlete in that standpoint as well. I also have created an editing agency, so I have subcontractors under me that people come to me. Yeah, it's not something I really publicize, but
I don't know if no one would have just saw my face with like, huh?
yeah, no, I have so many hats, and that's why I'm just like, I don't advertise, but a lot of my business is behind the scenes, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And then I also, what was the other one? Oh, I am a mentor. So I don't like to say I'm a business mentor because I don't really like the business logistics, but social media, building personal brand, messaging, marketing, creating effective content, I'm amazing at. So that's kind of the avenue I am, and that's like all of my business hats, I suppose you could say.
Crazy.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
what is it that you studied at university?
Oh my God, nursing. So not the same.
And this is what I find extremely, extremely fascinating about you is that I think you posted something a couple of weeks ago being like, to think that less than 12 months ago you were in your nursing degree. I'm not sure if you finished that. I'm not sure how long you were in that industry for, to now being this literal bubble of energy that is consistently so high in my algorithm, and I love it. And I'm like, I'm so obsessed with every piece of content that you create. And it is just a real testament that age, location, industry is not set in stone to change. You can change at any point in time, and you are literal proof of that. And you are also proof that passion wins every single time. So let's talk a little bit about like what it was like for you to leave your nursing. Did you finish a degree?
Yeah, so I was a nurse for 5 years.
Wow, okay.
I fully have the experience under my belt. So basically went into nursing straight out of high school, 3 years study, was a nurse for 5 years. Like I was in there.
That's 8 years already there, yeah.
Worked 2 nursing jobs at one time. Like I've experienced it all.
You were a nurse.
Yep, I was a nurse. And I officially quit nursing 2 years ago to nearly to the month. So last month.
Crazy.
2 years ago, which the past 2 years has flown. What did you want to know?
I want to know, was it an easy transition? Was it something that you received a lot of projections from other people? Were people being like, you're dumb doing this? Were people supportive of you? Did you believe you could do it?
Great question. Okay. So a bit of a backstory. When I became a nurse, I didn't necessarily know I wanted to be a nurse. So back in year 10, so I grew up in Melbourne as well. So we had like our careers interview with our careers counsellor, and they were like, what are you good at? And like, I'm just a nice person. You know, like I was people pleaser. I used to volunteer at the soup kitchen, soup van, all the things. And then when it came to picking a career, I was like, I don't know. Like there's this list in front of me and I just kind of have to pick one. So when they kind of suggested nursing, I was like, yeah, I like health. I like helping people. I love learning, is really cool. But at the same time, it wasn't really what I was passionate about. It was just kind of what I did. But I liked the idea of travel. And everyone was like, you can travel as a nurse. You get the degree. Anyway, so studied it. I remember being in my grad year in nursing. So I got accepted, obviously got a job. And just being like, this just isn't really it for me. But again, elements I loved. I got to meet new people every day. I loved the clinical side of nursing. So fascinating. The human body, wild. Blows my mind.
Send me into a spiral.
Literally could be there for days. But like patient interaction, loved learning about different people, different diseases, how we treat, manage, drugs, like all of the things. So fascinating. But then as I was just kind of a nurse more and more, I realized a couple of things. One, I was so unhappy doing it. I was tired all the time. I was preaching health to every single patient that came to the door, but I was going home after a shift, drinking a bottle of wine, ordering Uber Eats again, skipping gym, not looking after myself. And I was like, hang on, who am I to preach health to people when I'm not even looking after myself? I'm doing night shift. Again, I know it's part of the job, but then I'm learning all these studies about like if you do night shift, you're 80% more likely to get breast cancer. Fun fact. Don't know how relevant that is now. I've read it in a study once, so don't come at
We're
me.
not quoting.
We're not quoting, we're just saying. And then that was one of the elements. And then the second element was everyone was like, I wanted to earn more money. And the only way to earn more money was by going back to uni and getting more skill and then becoming a CNS or like a clinical nurse. Oh my God, what are they called? Clinical nurse? I don't know, a specialist basically. And then you can become like a NUM, which is a nurse unit manager. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like I was just kind of at this weird crossroads of like, how do I make more money? How do I make myself healthier? I'm not happy. None of this makes sense.
Yeah.
And then for as long as I've known, everyone talks about this, but I've always had the feeling that I'm meant for more.
Yeah.
Like, I've just always had that in the pit of my gut. And even when I was in nursing, I was like, this just isn't it. And I didn't know what the it was. Still don't know, but feels pretty good now. But the point being that there was just something I didn't feel fulfilled. I didn't feel happy. And then basically what happened is I went through a breakup, COVID happened.
That old chestnut.
You know what's wild is I have a good outlook on COVID.
So do I.
Because I got to leave the house, spend the day with my friends. No one came to hospital. So on a lot of the wards I worked on, there wasn't much work to do, believe it or not. Don't get me wrong, there was a lot of very unwell people. But the thing is, like, I was really grateful to be left the house. And the thing is, COVID also helped me realize like how much I wasn't looking after myself because I then ordered Uber Eats more and I ate out more. Again, I was in the midst of a breakup. Like, I got to 95 kilos and for reference, I'm 5'2", so quite a chunky gal if I do say so myself. And that's when I'm going to like skip a lot of steps to get to the point, but there's like the progression. I hit a point of my weight where I genuinely never really had self-confidence, never had self-trust, didn't believe in myself, worst mindset ever. And I know that's really hard for a lot of people to believe, but like I was that person that was so pessimistic, glass half empty, genuinely like, woe is me, my life is horrible, I'm meant to have a shit life, don't know what the fuck I did to deserve it. And then I hit that point where I was on Instagram, found this chick that came up who was a friend of a girl I used to work with that was a PT. And basically she did the classic, do you want a summer body? And I was like, I need one because I'm so unhappy in how I look right now. Long story short, that's when I discovered personal development. Where I think within a month of working with her, and it's ironic because I actually sent her a voice note this morning to just say thank you because I was like, how the fuck are we here? And she got me into the world of personal development. I didn't really know anything about it. I didn't know that we could actually rewire our own mindset. I didn't know anything about the fact that we could actually change the way we perceive the world, funny enough. And I didn't know anything about like we could actually become confident, we could become happy. We didn't have to do what's the society says is normal. So when I started with her, that's when I started to realize like, oh, maybe nursing actually isn't what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I don't know what I want to do, but I know that with this, I just need to take a chance on myself and do something different. Yeah. So I actually at that point had decided to move to the Gold Coast because I came to a personal development event. I remember sitting at the beach at Burleigh and just being like, oh no, this is my home.
Yeah, okay. You're like, sorry, Mom.
And I got back to the airport and I cried. I was like, I can't leave. I think I came back 4 more times for more events, things like that. And then that's when I was like, you know what, I'm moving here before the end of the year. I was living by myself in a 2-bedroom apartment in Hawthorne. It was a vibe, but sold everything. I was working 2 nursing jobs at the time to pay for all my personal development because girl went in. In deep. Like, I'm talking $50,000 in my first year of personal development.
Yeah, wow.
Didn't even have that much to my name. Don't know now physically how I afforded it, but I just made it work. And then I packed up, moved to the Gold Coast. 6 months in of being a nurse in the Gold Coast was when I was like, my registration was coming to an end. My contract was coming to an end. And I literally had that point of it's now or never, have no idea what I'm doing next. I say that with air quotation marks because I didn't. I just knew that I couldn't do nursing anymore. I had no plan, literally, but I knew that I had to do something else and I just had to try. Otherwise, I was going to resent myself for the rest of my life.
And it's like that thing of like you stay unhappy, stay stuck, or stay unstuck and still potentially find happiness.
And it wasn't worth it for me. And it's funny because when you say, was it hard to leave? It's like I received a lot of backlash from people in my life, like that told me not to move and told me my dad at the time told me that leaving nursing was the worst mistake I'll ever make in my life. And at the time I had never felt so alone. Yeah. Because I was only just learning about myself for the first time I think I was 23 at the time. So A, I'm just learning how to be confident in myself. B, I'm making this big fucking change. C, I've just moved to a place where I actually don't really have friends yet. Like there was just so much change in my life that I had no choice but to support myself because I felt like no one was supporting me. And I know, like, obviously perspective, they were doing the best they could and they were loving me in their own way. But the thing is, like, no one understood it. Like, I'm one of 9 children.
Whoa.
Big family, divorce, all the things. I'm very much an open book. But the thing is, everyone, well, most of them, like, went to uni, getting married, building houses, having kids, and then there's Charlotte. Yeah. It's like I'm the one that's like, what is she doing? Like
the black sheep.
I'm calling Dad being like, Dad, I need money to pay rent. And he goes, Charlotte, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I need to do something. So yes, long story short, I let a lot of people down. I disappointed a lot of people. It probably took actually until the start of this year for my dad to come around.
Wow.
So 3 years.
Yeah. Look, I've been doing my industry I've been in my business for 5.5 years. One, my grandma has no idea what I do for work.
Oh, yeah.
She actually doesn't think that I work, and we found that out a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. 2, I actually don't think my dad knows what I do. Yeah. And I'm just like, slay.
You don't let them.
Let them. What my new life motto for like the next past couple months. What would Mel Robbins say?
It's so true though. Bro, she's literally the GOAT.
She is.
But also the extension from that is like, don't let them, what is it? Let you.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to do me. And that, bro, prep has taught me that. And I'm like absolutely in my selfish era and I kind of love it.
Selfish era is a really fun place to be.
Yeah.
I'm about to choke.
You can choke. That's okay.
Sorry. But I love the selfish era because it teaches you also to set your boundaries so concrete, but also your belief systems. And it really, prep is something that despite not being able for health reasons to continue prepping anymore, has really taught me a lot about what I believe in, what I think is right and wrong, what I truly will invest my time in, what I truly think is a priority in my life. And like you mentioned, probably right now you're in this era of heightened emotion, heightened self-reflection, because that's what prep is. Prep is not the stage, and it's probably the most icky thing that people say, and I hate it and I want to vomit, but prep is the journey.
Oh god, yeah, it is.
Prep is what you do every day, and it's reflecting back from your day 1 week 1 to your day 19 week 5 when you're on stage. And I think that then becomes so heightened that you do really reflect on everything else that you've done in your life. And probably for you, the last 8 weeks have probably been so heightened emotions that you're like, wow, like who I was 8 years ago starting to study nursing to who you were when you finished to who you are now. Like that would be a lifetime of a person.
Yeah. And you know what's wild is I'm huge on mindset. And because I started learning about mindset and the neuroscience of the brain, and Joe Dispenza, phenomenal man, going into this prep, I'm like, I'm going to fucking mindset this motherfucker like there's no tomorrow. And yes, heightened, but I'm the most calm that I think I've ever felt.
Yeah. Content.
Yeah. Like just moved into my new house.
I saw, and I'm moving in. Did you see my comment?
Yeah.
Coming
Do you
in.
know how many people have messaged? They're like, can I move in? I was like, no, I actually just want to live by myself, but thanks for the offer.
But like, happy to show you around, but fuck off.
I'll give you a house tour when it's done, but right now, like, no. And I genuinely am like, the thing is, going into this year, I was like, choose your hard. Like, literally choose your hard. Like, I have said probably for the past few years that I want to be someone that has bigger problems in life. I don't want to be the person that goes, $8 for a cup of coffee. That's bullshit. Oh my God, petrol.
Bro, I totally can relate to this.
Like, you're complaining about petrol for a car that gets you around. Like, how fucking cool is it that A, you can afford a car, B, we have the ability to just go to a petrol station down. Like, for me, it's perspective. Like, sure, I could complain about prep, but I'm actually like, I'm in a low cal day today and I'm feeling great. Like, genuinely, I'm like, it is what it is. Like, I've opted to choose this, so I'm going to make the best of a bad situation. I'll sip on my coffee. I'll delay when I eat. I'll do my work. I'll distract myself. But also, like,
what a blessing to be able to distract yourself.
Yeah.
And to be able to delay your food and to be able to sip your coffee and not have to be at this point of get it down now. You never know when you're going to eat again.
Exactly.
Totally. And this is something that I love that you have said, because it's something this year that I really wanted to adopt as well. Obviously, I was in prep. I was in prep for 14 weeks.
Bro, I've been in prep for 19 weeks.
I probably got that wrong. I started first week of Feb.
I don't know.
Math failed it. So, anyway, so I was in prep, and same thing. My thing was, I am going to do my final ever prep extremely grateful, extremely content, extremely unreactive.
Yeah.
And it really taught me during that time that I get to be so lucky in everything that I have, everything that I do, everyone that is around me, everyone that believes in me, everyone that disagrees with me. That is a luck.
Yeah.
That is a blessing. And I think to truly recognize that and to stop being that pessimistic, negative, complainer baby, because that's literally the only way that is coming to my head when I think about that person that I was. Yeah. I'm not my 4-year-old niece who has a sook when you turn off the TV. Yeah. Like,
don't get me wrong, I have days, but
have moments.
We have moments of that.
We have moments, but we are not like, but what a blessing.
Yeah.
And I just want to be filled. Like, I also am in this era. My era of reflection is not that you asked, but let me tell you anyway.
I love this stuff.
My era of reflection right now is my health is everything.
Gotcha.
So the last 14 days for me have been very much, not even 14 days, the last 6-7 days for me have been very much heavily around in and out of the doctors, in and out of sorting out my health. And to me, I've learned that my health is everything.
It is though.
But everything else I'm so grateful for. And I don't have time in my life because my life is so important to me. My life is the most important thing in my world. Yeah. Your life is the most important thing in your world. They are so important to us both that we don't have time or we don't want to waste our time doing unrealistic, unnecessary shit. Yeah. And I think, like, just to be able to recognize that, to voice that is just such a... I mean, if you haven't said that, and go look at yourself in the mirror and say it, because it's truly going to empower you to truly get out of your own way and to actually live that fulfilling life.
Yeah. You know what's wild? I love that you brought this up, because this is the whole reason I live the way I do, is because of my nursing career. Mm-hmm. So there's a bit of a stereotype, but when I was a nurse, I came across 2 types of patients. Mm-hmm. So for context, I was primarily a cancer nurse, and I loved cardiothoracics, so heart surgery, lung surgery, all the things. So fascinating.
Wild.
So fun. Such a contrast, but like loved both of those areas. They were my favorite. And the thing that I came across most prominently was when people received a diagnosis, when people got their bad news, there were 2 types of patients. There was the patient that was like, oh my God, my life is over. Poor me. It's the hospital's fault. Someone else's fault. Can't believe this is happening to me. Also, not making anyone wrong for how they process anything.
We're not talking about that. Yeah.
The second patient was okay, cool. What do we do next? Mm-hmm. How can I get better? I need to get my steps every day. Okay, great. I need to eat this particular diet. Okay. Mm. I need to have a support system. Okay. And in that, I realized one of my favorite quotes, and I don't remember who it's from, but it's like, you truly discover who a person is in their worst moments. Mm-hmm. And that was when I realized I'm like, in my worst moments, I am a victim to my entire life. And I don't want to be anymore. And I don't want to wait to receive bad news to then have to decide what I want to do with my life.
This is such a big thing.
Huge thing.
Waiting for bad news to change.
Yeah.
And it is, I've heard it so many times with people in their health specifically. People get the cancer diagnosis. That's when they want to look after themselves. Yeah. People get the terminal diagnosis of anything, and that's when they want to look up. People break a bone, that's when they want to do, like, it's like, what can you do it's so true. Like I've mentioned, my health is everything. Your health is everything. So it's like, your health, it's literally the only thing I remember from high school, and it's the definition of health. Like, health is a complete state of your physical, mental, and social well-being.
Wow, that's a blast.
Like, that is the only thing I remember about high school. And I could, because it is something that once I heard it, I was like, whoa. Yeah.
And I think this is huge because if you know me or you don't know me, I am a very energetic, happy human. I haven't always been that way. But the irony is, the more healthy I am, the more happy I am, the more energy I have. It's a fucking constant loop.
Yeah. And that's not anything new for anyone. That's for everyone.
But it's like, until you feel it, like, people are always like, how are you so happy? I'm like, because I look after myself, and I'm really fucking grateful for that. I'm really proud of how I look after myself, because I actually go to bed at like 7:30, 8 p.m. because I can, because I wake up early, because I feel more productive in the, like, it's all of it. It's not just going to the gym. It's not just drinking your water. It's all of it. And it's like, it's such a fundamental thing that people are so easy to make excuses. And it's like, I suppose this is why, like, when it comes to social media, that I've grown in the way I've grown, because, like, I've just been consistent. Like, people are like, oh, I'll post when the content's perfect, when the lighting's perfect, when this is perfect. I'm like, cool, you can wait till it's perfect. That's fine. You do you. But whilst you're waiting, it's like your health. Cool, you're going to wait for Monday to go to gym? Great. You're going to wait to have a healthy relationship when you get cheated on for the 5th time? Like, what are you waiting for? And if you're constantly living in waiting, you're not living.
Yeah, literally.
You're literally
it's
not
like,
living.
well, who's going to give you that permission to go? Yeah. If it's not yourself on a random Tuesday afternoon, if it's not yourself on a random Saturday night when you're out and you decide, hold on, this is it, like, I'm done. Like, that's how it happened for me. Yeah. Mine was a random Saturday night. I was out for, like, I don't know, probably like the 10th weekend in a row, like, absolutely off my head, and I was like, I'm not enjoying this. I'm done. Did we press start on this podcast? Yeah, I did. Oh my God, could you imagine?
Could you imagine?
I'm like, the thing's not red. I'm like, yes, it is.
I don't know this machine.
No, neither, but
I see recording.
Good. Yeah. So good. So it's like, I was out, and that was when my moment happened, and that was when my permission happened. Imagine I waited. Yeah. Imagine I waited 10 years ago to decide that I'm going to be sober. I'm no longer going to use recreational drugs. I'm no longer going to continue partying. I see girls now who are 22 going out. I'm like, I look at them, I'm like, whoa, I'm old. I'm 28. Yeah. But I'm like, I just chose that was no longer my life. It's not a matter of age. It's not a matter of I'm better than they are, or I'm more successful than they are, or I'm this and they're that. It's none of that. It's just, I decided that I was ready, and I decided that I'm going to give myself permission to do whatever it is that I want to do. Yeah. Travel, start a podcast, start a business, get married, start to try and be a mum, all of these things. It's like, I gave that permission to myself. Imagine I had to wait for permission to get married. Yeah.
It's like, no one's coming to save you.
Like, no one's coming to give you the green flag. No one's coming
to... There's never going to be the right time. There's never... Oh my God, I just love this shit.
Literally, I actually started a new job, which I'm so grateful for, but we did a vision and goal setting workshop yesterday morning. So it's all so front of my mind. Yeah. And just all of the things that we spoke about, it's like, one, it's always your choice. Everything you do in life is your choice. Yeah. My health things that are going on right now are a result of my choices. Yeah. The podcast that I have started, which I'm so obsessed with, it's made me travel to Queensland.
Yeah, I know. Like, the fact that you're like, I've just come from Melbourne for the day. I was like, what?
Like, that is a result of my choice. My business, the clients I work with, that are a result of my choices. Yeah. My husband, my choice. My dog, my choice. All of these things, it's like, every small thing that you make, and it's like hearing that 1% better thing, right? We can relate it back to that. But every decision, every one step, every one thing leads to something bigger.
Yeah.
If every step along the way feels icky, hard, draining you, making you unhappy, you're not 100% in, the end result is not going to be what you were dreaming it to be.
No. And it's like, I think the biggest thing's the feeling. Like, a big thing that I've landed in, especially in my business the past probably 6 to 8 months, is that the timing is always perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we need to go back to that toxic ex one more time to realize that we're actually done. Heck,
Yeah, she's calling herself out.
Yeah, fuck me. I was dating a guy last year. Dating is very like loose. Went on a date with this guy.
Okay.
Hit it off. Best first date ever. Chemistry, emotional chemistry as well. Like, hit it off. There was never a second date. There was always the promise of it. He never planned it. I was like, well, I drove all the way to Brisbane to come see you, so, you know, you can kind of meet me halfway here. And then we were just talking for 6 months, on and off. Constant promises, constant this. Then I was like, oh, no, but he will. Like this feels really different. Like, we're so, like, in this. And he kept saying it felt different too, but there was just never a date. And it was like that for so long. And then we kind of ghosted each other. That's another story. And then one day I messaged him and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, we were getting on so well. Like, what the hell happened? Started talking again. Same thing. Same cycle. It happened 3 more times. And then I think he messaged me a few months ago, asked me on a date, then ghosted me again. And I was like, I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done now. But the irony is, it made me realize it's just like, you know that whole saying, it's like the people you surround yourself with, the partner you choose, is actually a reflection of the values you hold for yourself. And I realized, like, where was I not ghosting myself, but where was I letting myself down intentionally? Like, it's just that whole perspective of, okay, cool, I actually needed him to come back another time to make me realize, like, why am I putting so much worth on if a guy asks me on a date or not? Like, and the irony is, I've never felt so secure in who I am right now because of that. And I'm like, you don't meet these boxes, that's okay. You don't need to, then you're just not my person.
Yep.
Like,
I think that's taking back so much power that we often give away.
Yeah.
In everything, not just in dating, not just in relationships, but really being able to sit with yourself and be like, what am I sacrificing? What am I giving away? What am I allowing people to take advantage of?
Yeah.
What am I allowing myself to take advantage of and that's eating away at me.
Yeah.
It's dimming who I am.
Yeah. And it could just be the most basic things as well. So, like, it's so wild, like, moving into this house. So, for context, I've gone from, like, a 2-bedroom apartment, had a housemate, to a 4-bedroom house. 3 levels. It's fucking stunning. I'm so excited to do, like, the big reveal, but you gotta wait till it's finished. I've got the content already planned. But the irony is, like, again, talking about being reflective, right? When I lived by myself previously, I felt so alone. Whereas I've never felt so, like, good. Right now I'm like, fuck yeah, this is my space. But what I mean by that is, it's because I'm, again, going back to being selfish in prep, every single person I interact with, walk I go on, client I have in my life, even editing client I take on, brand I work with, is so cutthroat and intentional. Because if it doesn't feel good, like, fuck me, Deb, had a brand pitch to me and they're like, can we send you this product? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, that's fine. And then on their website it said something else, and then I received it and I was reading it and it's like publicized as a weight management tablet. Yeah, I know. And
I can't get a word.
Yeah, trust me, I know. And I haven't even taken the thing. And they're messaging me being like, have you had a chance to try it? And I'm going to be honest and be like, look, this doesn't align with me, my values or anything. I won't be promoting this. Just so
if we see you posting it, we're calling you out.
You won't see me posting it. But the irony is, like, where I'm getting at this is everything in my life is so intentional because I understand the value exchange.
Yeah.
If I don't feel good working with a weight loss brand, what does that say about me? If I don't feel good going out and having 50 shots of vodka on a weekend, what does that say about the respect I have for my body?
And you do those things. That's,
Like, don't get me wrong. Outside of prep, I will have a drink from time to time. It's not the end of the world. If I want to, I will. But most of the time I don't, because I genuinely just love feeling good, you know?
Yeah.
Give me a lychee martini, different story. But
I'm a red wine girly.
Oh, I do love a good glass of red wine, or like sangria.
Oh, no.
A good, see, that's my Melbourne bev. Like from the Queen Vic Market, they did a really good sangria there.
Can't agree with you on that one.
Okay, that's okay. We can agree to disagree. But the thing is, it's just like everything is an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
The most common form of exchange people see is money, right? But what if the conversations you have, like, long story short, like my old housemate was just this normal guy. He was fine. But he was such a normal guy that he had the worst mindset ever. So he would come home complaining about everything. And I didn't even realize, like, I knew all of this. I knew about the environment. I knew, like, you literally are a product of your environment. And I didn't even realize until he moved out how much of a weight was lifted off my shoulders, because every day we weren't having this bitching, complaining about Tom, Dick and Harry or something that went wrong at work or the price of coffee. And it's just like sometimes you need that full, like, step back, really reevaluate your life and be like, what is actually giving? My favorite thing is, like, if it doesn't add health, wealth or happiness to your life, I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so true. So it's like, look at everything, you know, alcohol, friends, drugs, food, like sex even,
everything.
You know, like fucking everything.
Yep. And this is, so I touched on it before. I did this goals and vision thing yesterday, and because I kind of forgot what I was saying now, it's just come back to me. We learned this thing where it's like, I am me and you are you. I understand that you had a shit day. I understand that you are upset about the price of coffee. I actually don't care, but I'm going to hold the space for you to have your emotions, have your moment, have your time. I'm not going to take that on board. However, I think there becomes a point where if that exchange of I, me, you and you consistently is happening, consistently is something that is needing to be brought up in a relationship, there needs to come a time where you understand, like you said, that relationship, be it friend, family, partner, whatever it is, there needs to come a time where if that relationship is consistently that I, me, and you, that relationship no longer serves you.
No.
Because what are you sacrificing internally, externally via your environment? You're, like you mentioned, you're a product of your environment. What are you sacrificing in order to please that person, to hold space for that person? And this is something that you mentioned also very early on, is people pleasing.
Yeah. Used to be a huge one.
Put my hand up for that.
Yeah.
Still working through it, because I just hate knowing someone is upset.
Yeah.
But also
it's
I can't control that.
Yeah.
I can't control how everyone perceives me, perceives my actions, perceives a belief system that I have. I can't control these things. Yeah. I can't control how you process your emotions. And potentially even in your nursing career, like you mentioned, the people who receive news, the sad person, the optimistic person, the pessimistic, the optimistic, not the sad. But it's just, they're probably both sad. But it's like how you respond and how that person responded wasn't your decision to make. No. Wasn't your decision to guide them. You were there to give the facts. You were there to tell them, this is what it is. Yep. This is the next step. Where are you in that?
One of my favorite things I've learned is, and we're not talking extremes here when I say this, we're not talking about war, poverty, all those things.
No.
But there is, like, who decides what's right or wrong? Like,
if we're talking social media,
right?
Who decides bodybuilding?
Perfect?
If we're talking health and fitness, who's decides? I get what you're saying here.
Like, who decides what food's healthy? Because post prep,
Yochi's healthy.
I'm fucking smashing
a glass of wine, healthy.
Chocolate, like all of it's healthy. Really.
Should we just go on for like the next 25 minutes about a list of healthy?
Yeah, literally. But the whole premise is, it's just like everyone is. This is what I love about humans. This is deep.
Yeah.
Is that no two people are ever going to be the same because no two people have ever lived the same life.
100%.
Even, again, going back, I'm one of 9 kids. None of us, yeah, sure, we have similar traits. We all laugh the same. It's really creepy. But, like, when we're in a room together, if you get us laughing, we all have, like, this, it's really weird. But, like, we're all completely different people.
Yeah.
Same upbringing, but completely different experience.
Mm-hmm.
The way I've perceived the world is different to how one of my sisters has perceived the world. The way the lessons I've learned is different to how one of my best friends has learned the lessons. The way I've learned to have conversations is, so it's just like everyone's opinion is actually quite valid based on their own experience. And this is why it's just like, I love disagreeing with people because I love learning about them and what's gotten them to that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's like something I've learned very heavily in the past few years is like, unless someone's asked for advice, I'm not going to give it, for one. But B, that no one's ever actually wrong. Because what's wrong? And it's like, I don't know where we were going with this conversation, but the whole premise is it's like, yeah, everyone's opinion's valid. And it's like okay, yeah, we're back.
Like
I had a prep brain moment then.
We're kind of like on people-pleasing topic.
Yeah. So, yeah, linking it back to friends, what you were saying before, is it's just like, as long as it's still giving you value and meeting your needs, then it's okay to be different from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to have a different perspective, a different viewpoint. Like, heck, like I know going into like my next relationship that I've always said I want to have like a H relationship. So I don't know if you've heard of the H or the A.
No.
So I'm going to use A as the most like best example first. So an A relationship is a very codependent relationship when two people can't literally, like, not saying they can't live without each other, but it's like, oh, cool, I'm going to invite you, so your partner has to come. Like there's none of this like, oh, let's just hang out, let's go to the movies. Like, oh, your husband's coming as well. Like,
yeah,
it's very,
okay.
Like, they're there all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas like a H relationship is where like you are two independent people, but you can actually like come together at the end of the day and like be like, how was your day? Tell me everything.
Yeah.
Like it's giving like secure. It's like, yeah,
Secure
I don't need to talk to
insecure,
them every second of the day. Don't get me wrong. I love being a bit needy from time to time, but also in the standpoint of like, I'm going to do me, you do you. Let's just check in from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just like, spend some time together. Let's catch up. But like, if, you want to go play golf with the boys this weekend? Okay, go play golf with the boys this weekend. Like, I'm not like, oh, what about me? Like, oh, I'm good. I'll go hang out with my friends. So it's just like, and same with friendships as well. It's like, I want that in every element of my life because it's like, if you're having to be codependent on anything, again, we're just going down so many rabbit holes here.
It's so fun when we just like don't really have a plan. Yeah. Like people always ask me, what are you going to talk about? I don't know.
This is my brain. 99%
my brain
of the
is,
time.
it's literally like, blah, 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 blah.
But it's literally just giving. It's like, where are you giving your power away? And it's like, where are you not meeting your own needs first? That's to wrap that bit up.
To wrap that 25-minute rampage. But I love it. I love it that we're both just so like, oh, who knows what we were actually going to talk about. And now we've just gone extremely deep. And it's probably like a great episode, I think, so far. But
I'm not a bit like, don't fucking give me the shallow shit. Don't ask me my fucking occupation. Like, literally give me your trauma.
Tell me your darkest
What's
day.
wrong with you?
No, but I think like you mentioned, like really to wrap this all up, like, I mean, we've still got a little bit of time left to yap away, which I'm sure we can fill up anyway. But I think something to wrap up, to really summarize everything that we've spoken, it's like the decisions that we make, the life that we live, the career that we have, the level of energy that we put into relationships, the level of happiness that we have, as simple as happiness. And I feel like happiness is such a corny word. Yeah. I feel like it's become this really cheesy, fake, kind of icky thing almost.
People think it's fake.
Because it's just like, oh, well, you're not really like that, are you? Yeah. You're not really happy all the time. But it's like, happiness doesn't have to be exclusive. Yeah. Happiness can also come with other emotions and life. Yeah. Life can be happy, but you can still also be dealing with some really hard stuff.
Oh, bro, I deal with hard shit all the time.
Like, it's also then happiness coexists with life, and then life coexists with things that are actually quite hard and challenging for everyone. Yeah. it's not one person gets to be happy and everyone else has to hate their life and everyone else has to do all of these things. Like, I think people really fall into the trap of believing happiness to be fake because people think it can't coexist.
I feel like that's, oh my God, you just opened up another can of worms. Because like, I think people forget that we can be happy and sad, literally, like you said. And the irony is like, because this is something I get a lot, is just like, how are you so happy? Why are you so happy? But for me, it's gratitude.
Is it real?
Yeah,
is
literally.
it even real?
Be
Are
like,
you faking
you
it?
must be faking it because like it's not. And I'm like, I'm grateful.
Yep.
And that's where my happiness stems from, because I actually had a moment this morning because it's my rest day. So woke up, went for a massive fuck off walk.
That's something to be happy about.
Yeah. And I was just walking around like, I don't know if you've come here often, but like Burleigh Headlands, stunning. It's by the ocean. The sun is rising. I'm walking to a coffee shop. I'm in my yellow trackies that I've worn all day. And I just had a moment of, holy fucking shit, life is beautiful.
Yep.
And like, there is so much beauty around and there's so much that I could be negative and be sad for. And I could sit there and be like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm blah, 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 blah. Whatever the fuck the reason is, but
I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't see this person. I can't be a part of this
I can't
group.
afford this. Can't do that. This boy's not texting me back. Like, but I was like, what's in front of me right now? What do I have control over? And how do I want to see the world? And I want to see the world with the lens of, fuck, how good is that? How cool is it that, like, wow, like we were saying even before we jumped on the call, like how cool is social media that we actually can be so connected in this random thing through a phone.
Literally, we were just saying before we started recording, it's the first time that we've met each other.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know you.
Yeah.
Like, I know everything about you. Well, clearly I don't, 'cause I'm learning a lot right now. But it's also like, we get to build so many valuable things that truly should be grateful for.
And you just said it there, we get to.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I had to learn to shift, was I have to I get to. I have to go to the shops and get groceries. I get to go to the shops and get groceries. Oh, I have to call my mum on the weekend. I get to. Like, it's, again, the language we use, in our everyday life is literally going to make or break the way you see the world, the way you show up in the world, the way you see yourself. If you're saying that you're a people pleaser, you're going to be a people pleaser. Like, literally, neuroscience has done the study. What you say you are, your reticular activating system in your brain will literally look for that fucking evidence to support that. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It's really cool. It's this little bit in your brain. But the whole point is, it's just like learning to know to be the person I am now. And I made a post about it the other day. I don't know if you saw it. When I was moving, I came across like my old journals.
No.
And I realized when I started personal development, because I was glass half empty, one of the first tasks I was ever given was every single day write 10 things you're grateful for. And I was like, fuck, I'm not grateful for anything. So I wrote, I'm grateful I have a bed. I'm grateful I get to drink water. I'm grateful I
really
have a
surface
pen
level
to write in this journal. Like, but it made me look at life differently. I'm like, I have a pen to write in a journal to get my thoughts out on paper. I have a mentor that's given me a task to work on myself. Like, it's just like the whole zoom out of like, we get to do so much in life, and it's really up to us what we do with that.
I have a few more questions for you.
Yeah.
If there is someone who is listening who is that glass half empty person who potentially can't go and invest some money into a coach, into a mentor.
Yeah.
Shit is expensive right now, realistic.
Yeah.
What would be your thing for them to start? What would be your thing to start working towards it, to make now the right time? Yeah, you and I sitting here clearly know the answers, clearly know how, clearly know we all have the permission. But what would be your specific one best piece of advice to give to that person to be their permission slip?
Cool. Easy. What do you need to do today to be proud of yourself by the time you go to bed?
Huge.
And I say that because there was 12 months there where I didn't invest in a mentor because I couldn't afford one. And you don't need to pay the money. Like, sure, it's going to get you places quicker, but you don't need to. But what you can do is learn to work on yourself and do your non-negotiables and figure out what makes you feel good.
And it's free.
And it's free.
And it's there with you always.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, another question. We're going to rapid fire through them because I've got some really good
I
ones
love
in my
this.
brain.
Okay.
What is probably the biggest moment in the last 12 months that has been your light bulb? I've done it. I'm proud. I've achieved a lot moment.
Bro, I have these moments every fucking day.
If there's one, you have to pick one.
Fuck, I don't even know if there is one. So much has happened in the past 6 months. I think one of those moments was... Oh my God, this is really hard. I'm just going to do the most recent one, is the house.
Yeah.
When I picked up the keys and I walked into that house and I've done this myself.
Yeah.
Like, no one else has done this. I've done this for me.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
What is the biggest projection in the last 6 months? Let's go 6 months. Let's shorten it. In the last 6 months that you have faced that you can confidently say is a them issue, not a you issue.
Fuck.
I love that I'm getting you stumped on these questions.
I know, it's not often I am stumped. I think biggest projection would have to be... Oh, cool. Last year, I lost a few very close friends to me. They decided to not be my friend anymore. I was heartbroken, felt like breakup, all the things.
Friendship breakups are so much harder than relationship breakups.
Fucked me.
Especially as women, because we are so emotional.
Yeah. And I won't get into the details of them, but...
Can I just say they're probably like looking on the sidelines now being like,
Bro,
let's just message her. Let's see what we can get out of this
one
now.
of them blocked me.
Ugh.
I realized, and that was the projection. So I realized for me, like, in two situations that they stepped back and I didn't really have a valid reason as to why. And I made it about me, made it mean about me because I wasn't good enough. But then I looked back and I was like, I was a great friend. I actually am a great friend. I'm a very supportive friend. I will listen. I'm open to feedback, all the things. And I realize now that it's like, that's where it's like, this is why my circle is so tight, because I'm so intentional for that reason, because I'm like, I don't know how to word what the projection was, but it's more just in the standpoint of like fully knowing that I actually am good enough because the right people that are meant for me will be my friends.
I saw a quote on this today. It's like, the power comes back when you're so aware of who you are that you don't need to dim your light in order for the right people to hold your shine. Yeah. And I was like,
I love that.
Loved it. And I was like, it's so true.
Yeah.
And same thing, like friends come and go. You are you.
Seasons.
You are with you forever.
Yeah.
Like yourself the most in order to be able to not need to dim yourself in order to be able to be held by other people. Hold yourself.
So true. I love that. Yep.
What's one very exciting thing coming up?
Oh my God, fuck. Okay.
If you can talk about it, I don't know. I'm not prompting these from a place of knowing.
When's this going live? Like, do we
maybe
know?
like 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, perfect. Great timing. So, I'm currently working on one of the biggest projects I think I've ever worked
Ooh.
on. And I'm really proud of this because I've basically been in the content space for 3 years now.
Yep.
Obviously grown very rapidly in the past 6 to 9 months now. And I teach people how to be content creators. I do all the things. And a big gap that I've realized is there's a gap between people just treating it like a side hustle but saying they want more. So I realized that I was like, how can I actually give people everything they need to make it a full-time fucking job? So I'm in the midst of creating something called the Society, which is going to be like the Creator Society. Oh my God, it gets me so
That's
excited.
a cool name.
Right? So sexy.
It's giving like
it's giving
underground
exclusive. Yeah.
gambling in the back of like,
Oh
you know,
my
in all
God,
the
I love
movies, there's like
this.
gambling in the back of like the Chinese restaurant and then the feds pop in and you're like, that's what
We're
it's
the
giving
Society.
me.
And it's really cool because I haven't heard or come across of anything being done like this. So not only is it going to be a space where it's very exclusive, so there's going to be limited intake, because I want to personally interview every single person that comes through and help them get their goals. But I'm going to be interviewing, and this is why I'm like, ooh, I'm going to be actually interviewing like marketing teams, Naked Harvest. I'm going to have guest speakers on. I'm going to be teaching people how to set up podcasts and YouTube channels and Instagram. There's going to be like guest speakers. Like it's going to be a space that has everything to literally thrive and actually start treating it like your fucking business. Like, no more like, I don't know how to film a piece of content. Great, this is 50 pieces of content. Let's explain all of them. You know, like, it's just going to be something that's so expansive and so needed for so many people wanting to make this their full-time fucking career.
I love this.
I
really love that so much. That sounds so cool. I love the name. I can't get the picture of like it out of my head.
Is hot.
Oh, I want to see some of it. That's going to be so fun. Okay, and last question.
Yeah.
What is one thing in the coming 12 months that obviously isn't planned? You don't know what's coming. What is one thing that you truly wish or hope or are manifesting that will happen? Like, go big, go hard, go home. Tell me everything.
You know what's wild is everything I put on my vision board for this year and projected has already happened.
Insane.
So I have a core belief that if I want it, it's mine.
Yep.
So I don't even know. Like, it's already there. Like, I've got the house. I'm going to get a dog. I'm going to travel Europe. Potentially meet a man.
In the works.
In the works. Like,
progress loading.
everything in my life right now is everything that I've ever dreamed of. So it's like the next thing is like, I'm going to get a new car. Like, that's just my next thing.
Yep.
And like it's just already happened. So it's just like, for me, it's not delusional. It's not out of reach, because I'm like, of course I'm going to hit a 40K month. Of course I'm going to, you know, start up like an entirely separate agency that's going to be its own company. You know, like, there's just so much that I'm like, it's not Delulu and it's not unobtainable because it's already happened. So yeah.
That wasn't an answer.
That wasn't it. But like, it's just all of it. It's
Yeah.
like, it's already, I've got it.
Yeah.
Like, I've already got it all. Like, the house,
Yeah.
the friends. Like, I've never loved my life so much than I do right now.
That's sweet. I love that.
Thank you.
I love that for you, and I love that you've been able to have these past 12 months be so transformative outside of your physique. I feel like a transformation is always spoken about in terms of a physique. However, we've just proved for the last however long this episode is, I don't even know where the time is on this thing, but it's just like, you've proven, and you are proof, and you are living proof, breathing proof, social proof, every kind of proof that there is that a transformation is everything.
Yeah.
It is so much more than just a physique. It is so much more than just XYZ reps for blah, blah, blah. It is a life. It is a lifestyle, and you have done it. And I just want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
I absolutely have loved speaking with you. And I want to thank you. And I'm
This has been a great
excited.
chat.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm excited to listen to this episode
Me
back.
too.
And I think it's going to be so amazing. So if you have enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to post it all across your social media. Tag us both. We will probably both be resharing the fuck out of it, because I think this episode is going to be amazing. And with that, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.